Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to the third installment of a series that I really enjoy, where I take a champion that is pretty much straight trash and try to discuss what would make them a lot better. Now, the good news for today's champion is that this is the most requested buff champion really in the game, to the point that Kabam, as far as my knowledge, I've been told this week, Kabam Mike, I think specifically, came out and said Carnage will eventually get a buff right around the time that the Venom movie comes out, which I believe is also in October. Well, that's a long way away. So between now and then, I'm hoping Kabam will come across this video and implement some of these changes or some of these ideas into the champion that should be God tier. There is no debating that Carnage in the Marvel Universe is one of the most powerful champions. It takes Spider-Man and Venom together to team up to defeat him. We, simply put, need to have this guy as OP as possible. Now, today, I'm going to introduce someone in the MCOC community that's voice needs to be heard. This guy goes on YouTube by Supersonic Sant, but his line ID is KSAL, and I believe he pronounces it Case-ol, or Case-ol, and he thinks of buffing characters the same way that genius mathematicians think about math equations when they go to sleep. And he contacted me via the Line app and said that he really wants to get his ideas out there and would hopefully use my channel as a way to get them out there. And I said, absolutely, man, whatever we can do to work together to make champions better. So I have in front of me the message that he sent me, word for word, and you will be absolutely amazed, as I am, by the detail in this thing and just how much time that he has spent thinking of this. But before we get to his ideas, I want to point out, as always, MarvelSynergy.com is a wonderful resource for any MCOC player to use if you have a new champion, especially if you're newer and you have like 1 4-star and you want to know which champions to try to collect, even if they're 3 stars, to match up synergies, to increase bonuses. You want to come here to MarvelSynergy.com. I still don't know who exactly puts this out, but they do a tremendous job and deserve so much credit. So as we scroll down, the good news is we see a lot of synergy partners that make sense within the Marvel Universe. We've got Classic Spider-Man, we've got Symbiote Spider-Man, we have Venom. Those are the 3 that should make the most sense. But unfortunately, so often when one of those champions is added to Carnage, it's not this game-changing synergy that should be similar to, say, the Holy Trinity synergy of Blade, Stark Spider-Man, and Ghost Rider. It's really just like, look at the Spider-Man Classic on the screen. We got a classic attack boost for the whole team. Well, that's not that special. That's pretty common in synergies. If we scroll down to Venom, you will see that Venom and Carnage gain +1 to their maximum number of genetic memory. Well, that's better than just a simple attack boost, but still not that much of a game changer compared to what it should be. Well, Supersonic Sant's rant goes like this. He says, Carnage can use his symbiotic body to form weapons, and if you're familiar with him in the Marvel Universe, that is absolutely the case. He has 4 phases. Phase 1, a shield. Phase 2, a warhammer. Phase 3, an arm blade. And Phase 4 is a clone. The shield phase is triggered when he takes 5 blocked hits from the opponent, when it's up to 20 seconds. When it's up for 20 seconds. The timer is the same for all phases. The shield allows him to increase BP, or I believe it's block proficiency, by 70%, which would be great for the character. The second phase is the Warhammer. It is triggered when you do a double medium and a heavy in that order. This inflicts weakness on the opponent, in which the opponent can only do 40% of their damage, and the other 60% is reflected on the opponent since their bones are broken. The Symbiote Blade is the third phase, is triggered when Carnage does 10 light attacks in consecutive order, which is pretty easy to do. The blade inflicts bleed for every critical hit and gains power proportionately to how much bleeds the opponent has, since Carnage is bloodlusted in the Marvel Universe. The fourth phase is a clone, which takes Carnage's place and takes any damage that Carnage would have for 5 seconds, which just sounds amazing to me. When you get the first hit, you play as the clone, by the way. This phase is triggered by the Special 3. For the Special 2, Carnage can do the same animations as he usually does, but allows it to inflict fear into the opponent. As long as the opponent experiences fear, their ability accuracy is reduced by 50%. Also, the Special 1 refreshes the last one state you did for the most 10 seconds prior. Additionally, Carnage passively goes through a state of symbiosis, where he goes into parasitism mode, where he regenerates, which I've been saying that Carnage needs regeneration, absolutely. 1% of health for every tick of bleed on the opponent. Bingo! And then he ended, hope you can implement this in a future video. Well, that video is today, my friend. Can you believe, YouTube, that there is somebody in this awesome community of ours that spends that much time and that much detail trying to think of ways to improve champions? We should all give this guy some love. Again, he's Supersonic Sant on YouTube, or if you want to hit him up in the line app, KASAL. And I just get excited because I want everybody to enjoy the game, but most importantly, I don't want there to be a champion that should be OP that you open like Sentry, right? And you just think, man, in the comics, I was so pumped up, but now I am just so depressed. So that is kind of a way for me to hopefully give you, the YouTube viewer, an opportunity to think about what maybe Carnage should do as a buffed Carnage in the next, what is it? It's May now, so June, July, August, September, October. 5 months. We have 5 months to buff him. And Kabam, I hope you've watched this, and most importantly, if you have any questions about ideas, this guy should be part of your content creators program, absolutely. So hit him up on the line or on YouTube, and everybody give him some love. I love this series. He's got more ideas for Ant-Man and Colossus and other champions that I'll be introducing on my channel soon as well. Thanks for watching. The MCOC community is awesome. Time to buff Carnage. This guy should absolutely be God tier.